Hi, and welcome back to One Step at a Time. Today, I will be going back to episode 3 and telling you about my life story. It all started when I was 10 years old. My parents had split, and I took it the hardest among my siblings. I was such a little daddy's girl. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I had a boyfriend. At the age of 13, I started using drugs, drinking alcohol, and having sex. Before I knew it, I was 14 and pregnant. After I had my daughter, I started using drugs again and running away from home. The cops finally caught me, and Children and Youth got involved. Children and Youth gave me a drug test, and they didn't know how I was still alive with all the drugs that were in my system. Children and Youth suggested to my mom that I be put away and get help. I didn't want to go, so I begged and pleaded with my mother that I would change and straighten up and take care of my daughter. Well, that didn't happen. My mother agreed with Children and Youth, and I was put away, and my mother took care of my daughter while I was gone. When I got to the placement center, they classified me as a runaway. They took my shoes, like any shoelaces or belts that I had. I had to do chores and help make breakfast, lunch, and dinner to earn visitation rates and phone calls. Being away from my daughter, turn this off, baby. Being away from, are you still recording? Yeah. Mm-mm. You said you wanted raw, babe. Just keep going. Being away from my daughter was one of the hardest things that I had to do, but I knew that it was time to stop using drugs and drinking and get my life together so I can show my daughter that no matter what life brought to me, I could change. No, there we go. When my mother signed me out of placement, I convinced her to sign me out of high school so I get a full-time job to support her. So we went into the high school and my mother signed me out. I got a full-time job working at Burger King, and I had put my daughter into daycare. Life was getting better. I was going to therapy. That seemed to help a little bit. So that I just started writing in journals because I didn't feel comfortable talking to people. So everything that I thought and felt, I just wrote down, and that was kind of my safe haven for a little bit. And then in 2009, I was pregnant again. In January of 2010, I had my son. After I had him, I had postpartum depression. The first couple weeks after I had my son, they were the hardest. I really didn't want anything to do with him, like meaning feeding him or touching him because of my postpartum depression. So my doctor prescribed me Zoloft. That helped a little bit. But I just had to keep fighting through my postpartum depression because I knew that my son needed me. As the years went on, I just learned how to cope with my depression and anxiety and bipolar by myself. And then in 2011, I was working at Tukes, and this guy had walked into the building. And from there, I just knew that he was the love of my life. His name was Corey. My cousin couldn't take me home from work one day, and he lived in the town that I lived in. So we were talking, and he took me home. He had a picture on like the dashboard, and I was like, "Oh, you have 2 kids?" And he was like, "No, they're my nieces." And I was like, "Oh, well, they're pretty." And then I told him I had children. But prior to this, I had went to go see a psychic, and she had told me that I would find the love of my life, and that he had a purple car. And needless to say, Corey had a purple car. We started hanging out, and then one thing led to another, and before I knew it, we were dating. He changed my life around. He was pushing me to go get my GED, but I never did. I should have listened. And then 2013, I was pregnant again. In 2014, I had our daughter. And from there, our relationship just kind of grew. We had our ups and downs, we fought. But at the end of the day, we only had each other. June 1st, 2018 was the day that we said our I do's to each other. And that was one of the best days of my life. I started going for my GED. I doubted myself the whole time. I'm a big fan of doubting myself, no matter what it is in life. But I overcame that in the beginning of January 2018. I received my GED. And while all this was, right after all this happened, addiction hit my family very hard. I looked up to this person. I wanted to be this person. I admired her, but after that I couldn't look at her. I couldn't stand to talk to her. I couldn't stand the sound of her voice. After all this had happened, I knew that I wanted to help people and change lives, so I started applying for colleges. My family and I were up at the mall, going shopping. I took my youngest to the bathroom, and I had received a phone call from Southern New Hampshire University stating that I had got approved and that I will be attending their college in the fall. So yeah, I was excited, emotions were flowing. I never thought that I would picture myself going to school. That was a big moment in my life as well. I doubted myself too many times about so much in my life that I couldn't picture myself actually being something and proving to my children that no matter what happens, that you can change your life around for the better and be able to support your family. Now I'm going to talk about the present. I am currently a sophomore at Southern New Hampshire University, but at the end of next month, I will be a junior. I graduate in April of 2022. I am majoring in psychology with a concentration in addiction and child and adolescence. When addiction hit my family, I knew that I needed to make a difference, and I wanted to change the stigma that came along with addiction. So right now, I know I physically can't start helping addicts and their family members. So I actually have an Instagram that I post stuff up on. I also have a Facebook business page, and both of these are connected. So the Instagram and Facebook are connected. So if you have questions or concerns or just need advice, you can message me that way, and I will receive those messages, and then we can talk. Everything is free because I can't charge nobody because I don't have my license yet. But I just want people to know that there are people out there who have been in their shoes and know what they are going through. And this is why I'm here creating this YouTube channel, to show people that there are compassionate people out there, and I am one of them. And I need to change lives, and I want to change lives, and there's nothing that's going to stop me from doing that. I am currently in the process of opening a little business. It's going to be inspirational or motivational words and quotes, and there can be necklaces, bracelets, and keychains. You can also choose like little charms to go with it. I just want people to have that motivation that to keep going forward, that even though if nobody's there with you fighting your journey, as long as you can look at this word or quote, that there is hope out there. For me, my biggest goal in the future is to open up my own nonprofit business to help addicts and their family members. And this business, inside of my building, I want to have, I want it to be like 4 floors. I'm just gonna go into the whole entire detail with you guys, be straight up. So the top 2 floors, one is going to be a female and children's safe haven, and the other floor is going to be a male safe haven. So the bottom 2 floors, there's going to be like therapy rooms, a daycare, donation rooms. I want to have a little pharmacy in there so the addicts that don't have health insurance, we can still get them the medicine that they need at no cost to them. I want to have some like interview rooms in there so we can help them get jobs, adult education classes, maybe like a little lounge in there with a TV. And eventually I want my business to go worldwide. I want to have buildings all over the place. But yeah, that's my end goal in all of this. I want to make my mark on this earth before I leave. I just want everybody to know that Angela Harper changed lives, so many lives. As always, thank you for watching. Please, please, please remember to reach out, whether it's with addiction or mental illness. Whatever you are going through, please reach out. Somebody is out there that is willing to help. Even if you just need a shoulder to lean on, to talk to, just let them know. We're going to start changing some lives. If you have any questions, concerns, or need advice, you are more than welcome to email me at angela@onestepclose@gmail.com. Thank you and have a good day.